Hey everybody, let's talk about the best buy of February and maybe all of 2026. Now I'm big into crypto. I love tech stocks and I really want to compound and make as much money as possible. So again, I don't really care about Bitcoin or very specific cryptocurrencies. I really want the one that's going to double or triple my money as fast as possible. So when I talk about SPGI crashing 11.3% today and about 15 total in the last couple of days, that really presents one of the best deals. So you're getting a dividend payout on top of that. And it's projected to, so we'll talk about this, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a $700 to $800 SPGI over the next 12 to 18 months. That is absolutely market beating results. So let's kind of go over what SPGI is and let's talk about why it crashed and what the company does. Now, SPGI is the ticker for the symbol for the S&P Global Incorporated, a leading American provider of financial information analytics and credit ratings, and it's headquartered out of Manhattan. So again, as of February 3rd, 2026, SPGI stock closed at 468, experienced a significant decline. So, between, if you can count for the after hours and the day before, we're down like somewhere between 12 to 15%. Now, this sharp drop was followed by the company's announcement of a new brand identity for its mobility division, now called Mobility Global, ahead of its planned separation into an independent public company. Now, again, this to me is actually a fantastic move. We'll discuss this further in another video. But the company is beating out pretty much all the other ETFs. It's doing well. Its earnings are great. So let's kind of, take a look at what's going on here. So again, this is OxRank.com. If you want to have a crypto and stock analysis tool, you want to follow the fear and greed index for the stock and the crypto markets. Again, if you can see here, the crypto market is pretty much in extreme fear and the stock market is in fear. You can see the Buffett indicator still showing significantly overvalued market. And right now, crypto is in the buy. Yeah, for a while, it's been pretty much an overvalued. Now it's in a buy. So it's kind of telling you, when you're seeing Solana historically bounce off of 220 to 250, it's time to sell Solana. If you see Solana at 100 and historically goes from 100 to 180 very, very quickly, it's time to buy, not sell. The exact opposite. So you can see all the news over here, but if you click search for ticker over here, you can kind of click SPGI and it will pull up S&P Global over here, and you can see all the details. You can use the DCF calculator. Again, you can add this to your portfolio, your watch list. You can see what's happening with the company. You can expand this chart. You can go all the way from 1 year to all time, even 10 years. And you can see all of these charts are also expandable. So you can kind of see what analysts are saying. You can see the price to revenue. You can see the EBITDA. You can see all the expenditures of the company over here. And you can go to 2 years, 5 years. So again, they're basically using less money and, growing their business. And you can see all of the top news for that specific investment. So if this was now, let's say Solana, you will see the news for Solana. You can refresh this and see the insider transaction, the EPS projections. Again, if you're interested, the DCF calculator here is a new addition to our portfolio. We're also getting stock on top of that, super stock analysis. We're getting the dark pool. We're getting housing and we're getting automotive analysis as well. That's coming the next update in a couple of days. Again, so if you do sign up now, and you will secure all of those updates before we charge more. So right now it's like $9 and some change to sign up. And we will actually charge $30 when those updates come in. And you'll be grandfathered and at the $9 price if you're interested. So switching back over here, if you take a look, this is tip ranks. They kind of threw me over here. But they had the $618, which is about 32% upside. And again, for the high of 675. Now I actually got them at somewhere between 780 to 830. So lots of money to be ate plus the dividend. And again, this is really not accounting for the massive sell-off we saw today. So it did not actually price it in. So you're going to see a lot more of this when this gets reassessed. Now, S&P Global shares slide after the mobility unit rebrand ahead of the spinoff. It's not a legit reason. Remember, if a company's outperforming the markets and they keep beating on earnings, they beat on expectations, and their forward guidance is even better than expected, and there's a rebrand, it's really kind of unfounded fear that makes no sense just because of the unknown. Anytime there's a little bit of unknown within a company, this fear causes a stock to crash. Again, the entire market also sold off. So it probably should have sold off from the fear by 2 or 3%. And of course, that got compounded to 11 or 12%. Again, so should you buy? Should you sell? So let's go over some key points over here from MarketBeat. S&P Global shares gap down opening at 503 and they just continue to kind of sell off even below 482, during the intraday volume. Analysts remain largely bullish. One strong buy and 16 buy ratings with the MarketBeat consensus targeting about 615 individual price targets to up to 643. S&P Global raised its quarterly dividend to 97 cents, which is pretty amazing. And the company trades at a market cap of $143.3 billion with a P/E ratio of 34, which is fine and healthy. It's not 200 or 300 like Tesla. So just something to keep in mind. Again, lots of stuff, including what's going on with Donald Trump and the 3.5 million pages that were released of what Trump did, what Bill Clinton did, what all of these other people did, was not released. And I was trying to kind of cover that up, silence it, redact that paperwork. It's now publicly been probably downloaded by everybody. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but that is creating massive fear, including the Iran fear, including the Venezuela fear. So when you compound all of that stuff, you really get a massive, fear on top of fear on top of fear, which causes a massive just crash like today. Again, if you can, if we take a look here, let me refresh this. We're down to 2,200, maybe even 2,100 for Ethereum now, just slowly selling off. Every single thing sold off. It's been a disaster. I do believe if you can pick up some Meta shares, that's one of your better buys right now. Going over here, if you take a look at CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin's down to 75. There's a good chance MicroStrategy gets fully liquidated and the company goes bankrupt. I don't think they can stay alive at a $74,000, $75,000 Bitcoin. So very, very scary stuff. And again, if you take a look at, let me refresh this. This is from February 2nd to February 6th earnings. Again, if you're OxRank, just flip over here to earnings calendar and you'll be able to see what's going on and what's going to be reporting. You can even click this on and you can turn on and it will refresh with the unexpected, or you can turn off the unexpected. So taking a look at tomorrow, I'm kind of curious on ARM. This is going to be a very, very big one that reports. Very interested in ARM. On Thursday, I'm very, very interested in Amazon specifically. So those two are really, really going to be important for the markets over the next couple of days. And then if we take a look at Friday over here, not much that I really care about. I think those are going to be absolute market breakers if they do not report very well, especially Amazon. If Amazon does not report well, you will see a massive collapse in Apple. You will see a massive collapse in Google. And again, these are your opportunities. You absolutely should be buying into all of those. It will drag them down. Now, again, if you want to follow my 10K to 100K portfolio, if you want to join our group, just head to oxfriend.com. So our crypto analysis tool is OxRank, but oxfriend.com is where we basically have all of our other 10K and 100K and $1 million portfolios. You can get my buy and sell alert. So all you have to do is just go to oxfriend.com and just type in the search bar up there, Wall Street Ox, and you can sign up for one of the tiers and join us. Again, we have lots of products. We have over here, you can join chats. And what's really wonderful, we do not censor anything in here. You have true freedom of speech. You can build a community. You can build a friendship. You can talk to people about anything you would like, and you will not be blocked or censored or deleted. You cannot do that on Twitter. You cannot do that on Facebook. You cannot do that on Instagram. Anything political that they see or anything otherwise that's even like racially sensitive, your account will be deleted, blocked, and you'll be gone forever. So Oxford is the only platform right now in the world where you actually have true free speech, and you can start your own business off of it. You can follow me right now on Wall Street Ox as well and get the 10K to 100K portfolio updates. And again, in my next video, I will show you my portfolios live, and we will scroll through all my buys and sells and everything else in Robinhood.